Mr. Elmer's Music Club.
Alright, I'll make you a promise. I guarantee this will help you. You promise me you'll hit the hype button, like button. I just want to see if it helps with the algorithm. Watch this whole video, this will be quick. So my neighbor Larry across the street said, he hits me up, I'm outside doing some yoga, he's like, hey, he follows the channel, I'm having a hard time with this F major bar chord. This is what his private teacher's showing him, in B minor bar chord. I said, well, what's the issue? He said, well, I have a really hard time fretting it. When I go to make the changes, my rhythm hand falls apart. That's what this video is about, okay? 2 parts. I said, Larry, here's what you do. You put your fingers straight up. You don't even make that bar chord shape. You know, that's an E major open chord and the F major bar chord shape. I said, you just put your fingers straight up and you get this pendulum. This is the king right here. Rhythm is king, queen, always, forever. If you don't have rhythm, you have nothing. Players struggle. They can't connect scales, chords, scale fragments, pieces, whatever you're doing, they fall apart rhythmically. So here's what this is going to alleviate, what's going to build. So I said, you go like this, just do downstrokes is what I told him. Take your finger, this is now a drum set. You're not going to play one note, every string struck, but you're going to get that rhythm hand going smoothly. You're going to internalize rhythm. No metronome, no drummer, just you and your guitar. Real smooth, move your body. I said, when you kind of start to feel like you're in the pocket, you'll know because you're going to feel it. I said, slowly shift the shape to the F major bar chord shape, like that. So go like this, then shift. Back, shift to the shape. See that? So we're getting the rhythm. I said, here's the only way, this is the only mistake in music. Everything else you make musical is when you stop. Nobody even has to be a musician. When you stop, they know you've made a mistake. So you've got to develop this skill set, okay? So bar chord, muted strings, 2 bar chord shape. And I said, here's what you can do. If you want to even go deeper and easier, just go like this, back and forth. I'm not even putting the rhythm hand. Watch this. Now you can do any rhythmic pattern you want. We're not worried about the strokes, down, up, sideways, around the world. That'd be a long stroke. So watch. Okay. And you do the same thing over the B minor bar chord shape. Because essentially it's the same exact shape. It's just this one's rooted off the A string. So you've got the A minor open chord shape with the bar. So same thing. So then I said, okay. Part 2 of this, there's really a few parts, is go from this to the F major bar chord, and then go back to that, but kind of shift the hand into position where the B minor would be, and do the same thing. See that? To the shape, move to the B minor, to the shape. Get some little harmonics in there. Okay? So now, when you get that, when you're feeling comfortable with that, then you start throwing in the accents of the actual chords. And I said, here's the thing I was never told. Tell me if this happened to you. I always assumed, and this might be a light bulb moment for a ton of you, when you actually play a bar chord, I thought, oh, I must have all 6 strings ring out, right? And I thought if I didn't have it, oh, my high E's not ringing out, I'm like, oh, I failed. No. If you've got your rhythm going, I don't care if one note sounds out of the whole 6 notes in the F major bar chord, you've done your job. So here's what you do now. Okay? Now, when you get comfortable, you don't have to keep going back and forth. You can just hold the bar chord shape and keep the rhythm going and then hit the little accents button. And then when you want to really get more precise control with your rhythm hand, you could actually try and hit the accent on the lower strings and then the higher end of the chord. So watch. Now obviously on the upstrokes, common sense dictates that that's when you want to be hitting these higher end pieces, okay? Now let's go back and forth between the F and the B minor, okay? Nice little interval there. We'll go down that road later. So that's kind of how you start putting the whole thing together. Always go back simplify. This is a drum set. Percussion is everything, okay? Now, one more thing. What I'll do is, I told him, and then start moving around the neck horizontally, but keep the rhythm train going. And you can throw in bar chords. Since we're already doing this F, let's just keep it in the key this time. Let's go C, and then we'll go like D, and then back to F. So kind of a longer movement. This will expose you. You'll stick out like a sore thumb rhythmically if you're not tight. So watch. See that? F, C, D, C. All right, so that's it. So we did this under 6 minutes. So just practice this every day. If you landed here on this channel, would love to keep you forever, or regardless of what skill level you are, this is a great practice. Muted strings, okay? This is where it's at. This is where it's at, because then we're gonna keep learning how to then connect melody with harmony, chords to, this is where everyone falls apart. The rhythm falls apart, everything falls apart. Because if you don't have rhythm, you don't have anything, all right? So hopefully Larry watched this. Shout out to you, Larry. And again, if he's struggling with this, I just gave him some food for thought. Muted strings, okay? If you have to, just downstrokes, real slow, just to kind of wrap this up. Watch, fingers are sticking straight up, and then I go to the shape. Real smooth. See that? B minor, straight up, fingers to the shape. Offbeat. All right, pick throw. You guys are amazing. Remember, only you can stop you. You will not stop. Drop jellyfish or your favorite sea creature in the comments. Now, if I helped you, drop it in the comments. I want to know, where are you watching from? Drop your favorite sea creature in the comments. You know, it's funny, as much as I talk about jellyfish, my favorite sea creature is actually a shark. As long as they don't eat me when I'm surfing around the world. But all right, I'll see you guys in the next video. We'll keep this thing rolling. We just crossed 26,000 subs on here. Love every single one of you. Let's just keep growing this community. You guys are amazing. See you in the next video. Peace.